Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. It's so great to have you here. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026, and welcome so much to the show. If this is your very first time with me, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you, of course, and I want to say the words welcome to you. Definitely welcome. You are welcome here. If this is not your first time, you've been here one time, five times, 10, 100, or maybe even more, I like to say thank you and welcome. But I also want to say the words, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's always great to be with you here on the Inspirations for Your Life show. Yes, it is so great to be here with you. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this week is pretty amazing. You know what we're doing, all the great kinds of stuff. And I want to share with you another great show. But before I do, I want to invite you to get yourself an RO water or fruit or what have you, snack, and come on back to the show. And in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, I would also like you to check out believemeachieve.com right after the show is over, because we have a lot of great information to share with you. Without any further ado, guys, let's just kick the show off. This is Inspirations for Your Life, in case you didn't know that. The Master Weekly Topic, Series 5, Show 30, Building the Habits That Shape an Extraordinary Life. How to Stay Focused When Life Gets Busy, Series 5, Show 30. And welcome, everyone, to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. Thank you so much for deciding to be here and be with me. It means a lot that you guys are here. So I definitely want to say thank you so very, very much. I'm John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, passionate lifelong learner, and grateful to now be a published author. Life has never been more demanding. Every day, we're surrounded by emails, text messages, social media, meetings, responsibilities, and endless distractions competing for, yes, our attention. It's easy to stay busy, but being busy isn't the same as being productive. The people who consistently achieve extraordinary results aren't necessarily the ones working the longest hours. They're the ones who have learned how to focus on what matters most. Today, I'm going to explore practical habits that help you protect your time, strengthen your concentration, and stay committed to the goals that truly move your life forward. Number one, focus creates results. Focus directs your energy toward, well, meaningful progress. When your attention stays on one important objective, you accomplish more with less effort. Concentrated action produces extraordinary outcomes. Number two, eliminate distractions. Distractions quietly steal time you'll never get back. Identify what's interrupting your progress and reduce its influence. Every distraction removed creates more space for meaningful work. Protect your priorities. Number three, not everything deserves equal attention. Attention. Identify what matters most and give those priorities your best energy. Protecting your priorities protects your future. Simplicity increases productivity. Complexity often slows progress. Simplifying your schedule, workplace, and routines helps you think more clearly and work more efficiently. Less clutter creates greater focus. Number five, say no when necessary. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you risk saying no to something meaningful in your own life. Protect your time by setting healthy boundaries. Every thoughtful thing that you do, no makes room for more valuable yeses. Stay organized. Number six, organization reduces confusion and saves valuable time. I think that's an important one that we need to recognize and understand. A clear system helps you know what needs attention and what can wait. Organized people spend less time searching and more time accomplishing. Number seven, guys, plan your day. A successful day usually begins before it starts. Taking a few minutes to organize your priorities gives you direction to your efforts. A written plan creates clarity and confidence. Number eight, build routines. Routines reduce decision fatigue and create consistency. When productive habits become automatic, success requires less effort. Strong routines support long term growth. Number 9, time is valuable. Time is one resource you can never replace. Spend it intentionally on activities that support your goals instead of allowing distractions to control your schedule. Every hour is an investment. Number 10, work with intention. Purposeful work creates better results than simply staying busy. Begin each task knowing why it matters. Intention transforms ordinary effort into meaningful progress. Number 11, guys, finish what you start. Completing important work builds confidence and momentum. Avoid leaving projects unfinished whenever possible. Finishing creates satisfaction and prepares you for the next opportunity. Number 12, avoid multitasking. Doing many things at once often means doing none of them well. Concentrating fully on one task improves quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Single tasking strengthens performance. Number 13, stay disciplined. Discipline keeps you moving when motivation fades. The ability to stay focused despite distractions separates consistent achievers from those who constantly start over. Discipline creates dependable progress. Number 14, create momentum. Small accomplishments create energy for bigger achievements. Every completed task encourages the next one. Momentum builds naturally through consistent action. Number 15, protect your energy. I know a lot of people that say they're going to protect their energy, but then you know what? They actually don't do it. It's not because they don't want to, it's because they find themselves in this huge, big rut and they don't know what to do. So, your energy, ladies and gentlemen, influences the quality of your every decision you make. And get proper rest, maintain healthy habits, and schedule time for renewal. Managing your energy helps you stay focused longer. Number 16, stay present. When your attention is constantly pulled toward the past or the future, you lose the opportunity to perform well. Today, give your full attention to the task in front of you. Being fully present improves your thinking, strengthens your relationships, and increases the quality of your work. And a lot of people, when we say the word quality, they get really tongue tied because they don't understand that quality is the key in life. It's really, really the key. Number 17, build productive habits. Success doesn't happen because of occasional effort. It grows from productive habits repeated consistently over time. Build routines that naturally support your goals and make positive actions easier to repeat. Every day, make every hour count. Number 18, every hour offers an opportunity to learn, improve, create, or serve others. While you don't need to fill every minute with work, you should be intentional about how you invest your time. Purposeful hours, create meaningful days. I think a lot of people don't do that. Number 19, prioritize what matters. It's easy to become distracted by tasks that feel urgent, but add little value. Focus, focus first on the activities that move your life, career, and relationships forward. Priorities give direction to your effort and purpose to your schedule. Number 20, reduce unnecessary stress. We don't need stress in our life. We need to figure out how to make things work, how to make things be better in our life. I think that's really the magic. Much of our stress comes from poor planning, unnecessary distractions, and trying to do too much at once. Simplify your commitments, prepare in advance, and focus on one priority at a time. A calmer mind produces better results. Number 21, focus on progress. Don't become discouraged because you're not where you want to be yet. Celebrate every step forward because progress creates momentum. Small improvements repeated consistently always lead to significant growth. Number 22, create structure. Structure creates freedom. Okay. And by that, structure creating freedom by removing uncertainty from your day. Okay. Having dedicated times for work, learning, exercise, and rest helps you stay productive without feeling overwhelmed. Good structure supports long term success. Number 23, stay committed. There will be days, number 23, when distractions seem stronger than your motivation. Continue showing up anyway. Commitment isn't measured by what you do when it's easy. It's demonstrated by what you do when it's difficult. Number 24, keep improving every day. And this presents another opportunity to refine your habits, strengthen your skills, and improve your performance. Continuous improvement keeps you growing long after others become comfortable. Better never stops. Number 25, avoid procrastination. Waiting for the perfect moment often means waiting forever. Begin with the next small step, even if conditions aren't ideal at the moment. Action creates momentum, while procrastination usually creates stress. Number 26, success requires attention. What you consistently pay attention to will eventually grow. If you focus on your goals, your habits, and your priorities, your results will reflect that attention. Where your focus goes, your progress goes. We've talked about this in the past, but I think a lot of people don't realize that belief. They don't realize that potential. They don't realize that they have that connection, that they have that switch in their brain. And I think that causes a lot of people to be like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I have no idea. And it comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. It comes down to the point that you can do more than you think, but it all comes from your brain. Yeah. Our thoughts are very powerful. They can help us or they can hurt us. So we should use them to have us grow in life. And when we think about this whole thing today, which is a pretty big thing about how to stay focused, lots of things want our attention in life. Okay, lots of things. But I'm going to tell you that when we choose to focus on one thing and when we see that progress, it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Right? This is amazing, and it's more amazing than you probably ever thought was possible. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's just like the bee's knees, right? I think that's something that a lot of people say, well, I want to do this and do that, but then they really don't. And it's not because they don't want to do it, it's because they don't really have a plan. They don't have a plan. Not that everything in life has to be choreographed 100%, but we need to know the direction we're going. We need to know, are we going out for food? Are we going out for entertainment? Are we going out for exercise? We need to know, because when we know, our life changes. Our life changes and it becomes better. It becomes better. I think that's a very important thing for us to understand, is that we all have this ability, but we don't always look at it properly. We rush it away, right? I think that happens. And when we rush something away, it's like, well, it'll come back. I've said to you guys this before. If a door is opened by you, later on the next time, the door may be found, but it may be locked next time. And then there's always the possibility the door may never exist again. So I think we've got to be purposeful in everything we do. Okay? We have to be. If we don't, then I think our life could take a different pathway. A pathway that maybe we don't want to take. Okay? I think that's something, again, that most people don't get. They figure, well, the door's there today. It'll be there tomorrow. It'll probably be unlocked, and I'll just come back. And unfortunately, guys, that door may not be unlocked tomorrow. The door may not even be present. It may not even be present. I think that's a hard thing for a lot of people to realize, that it may not even be present. And that happens again because of our awareness. These are things that many of us have to think about. Okay. And we don't always get it right away. We don't. We get it after we've experienced something. We get it after maybe we've had a hardship. We get it after a challenge exists in our life. Those are hard things. Okay. And I can tell you that when you start to become aware of these things and know that you can change them, that's when the magic of our life unfolds. Number 27, guys, stay intentional. Don't allow distraction to decide how your day unfolds for you. Make conscious choices that align with your values and long term vision. Intentional living creates consistent progress and lasting fulfillment. Number 28, build consistency. Consistency turns occasional success into lasting achievement. Continue making positive choices. Regardless of how you feel, reliable habits create reliable results and strengthen your confidence over time. Hmm. Number 29, guys, protect your purpose. Your purpose deserves your best attention. Avoid allowing temporary distractions to pull you away from what matters most. And see, we don't always realize when something pulls away. We figure, well, we're being kind, but really, we're actually harming ourselves. We're hurting ourselves. Okay. And that can be a big problem. Okay. That can be a very, very big problem. And I can say to you that maybe it's something a lot of people don't realize. Okay. And I tell you that for one reason. I tell you that because life changes when we become aware of what's going on. But it doesn't change and affect us directly if we can't. If we can't, then we put ourselves into this conundrum that something's not possible or this is not good for us. That's what we do. I'm not saying it's right, but we do it because of the place and situation we're at in our life. I've said to you before that we have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable, right? That's key. You got to keep your vision clear, guys, and let it guide every important decision you make. Most people out there don't want to do that. They say they do, or they give you lip service, but then they really don't, right? They give you lip service. And that lip service you might think is fine, but it doesn't get anywhere. And I can say that you make changes in your life in different seasons, in different phases. Now, maybe today you're focusing fine, but how do we keep you focusing on something when there's so much happening around you? Well, it's simple. We start with a concept and it says, do the most important things first. When you do that, magic happens. Synchronicities become recognized. They're always there, but we recognize them. And I think that's a strong, strong power, guys. A strong power. A strong power that many people, again, don't realize. They don't realize it. Do you ever think about that? Do you think about how that's possible or maybe how that's not possible? That's the question that I want to ask you. How do you think about it? How? Is it something that you do today? Or is it something you're just doing for the moment? Think about that for a minute. So many people rush things in life. They don't think about the potential and how they can do some amazingly good stuff. But I'm here to tell you that if you become intentional with your life, magic starts to trickle in. Magic starts to trickle in. Number 30, guys, focus creates extraordinary outcomes. Every remarkable achievement begins with focused attention and consistent action. The more clearly you define your priorities and protect your time, the greater your results will become. Extraordinary lives aren't built by doing everything, they're built by doing the right things consistently and with excellence. So maybe that sounds hard for a lot of you to recognize, but it's a truth. You've heard the saying before, the truth will set you free. Well, you'll set yourself free with the truth, right? The question is, do we know we're stuck? If we don't, how do we ever go anywhere? How do we ever move? How do we change? How do we become something different? How do we evolve to share our mission? Right? And all this ties back to focus. I know so many companies out there, and they think focus is about getting people to work more chat sessions simultaneously. That's the opposite of focus, guys. I think that's really bad how they do that. But they brainwash people to think, well, the best way to give customer service is to have 10 or 12 chats open when they can barely keep track of one or two, let alone speak English. That's a whole other story for another day. But focus is something that I feel we learn more about every day in our life. Okay. In the master plan of building the habits that shape extraordinary lives, how to focus when life gets busy. So when life gets busy, we have to realize that we got to pick our priorities. Okay. And maybe we can't do a million things, but we can do 10. And we start with that. And we build those 10 well. And then we can always go back and work toward that million, or we can scale. But it comes down to purpose. Okay. Intentionalism aligns with our core values. I've never seen anybody successful that didn't align with their core values, that didn't use consistency and structure. Now, maybe they didn't know they were using it, but they were using it. In closing, guys, life will always be busy, but you don't have to let busyness control your future. Too many executives and people do. When you intentionally focus on what matters most, you know what happens? You'll eliminate unnecessary distractions and you commit yourself to consistent daily actions. You'll accomplish more with less stress and greater satisfaction. So, more, right? Doing more by doing less. Taking the right kinds of actions. This is what gets us to light ourselves up. Okay? That's how it works. But some people are not ready for that choice. As I said, focus isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Some people will take their entire lives, make many mistakes before they actually decide this is the path they've got to be on. Right? This is the path they've got to be on. And I guess the reason that people don't find the path in the beginning is because of that big EGO. Everybody's had it. How do we temper ego so it doesn't distract us? How do we keep it in check? Good question. How do we stay disciplined? We can't allow our motivation to keep us disciplined because it won't. It'll stop sometimes. And although motivation is great, nothing wrong with it, it doesn't stand the test of time. As your moods change, well, unfortunately, your motivation changes. And that could be a big problem for a lot of people. You might say, well, gee, John, it'll go away in a day. It will never go away if you don't change your core values. If you don't change your thinking, Einstein said it before, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that is definitely, ladies and gentlemen, insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results is insanity. So why do people do it? Yeah, that's my question. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that every productive day begins with one intentional choice. Protect your priorities. Make that decision now. Learn to value your time. Stay disciplined. And continue building that support. The future you want to create. Small, focused actions performed consistently will always outperform scattered effort. I've said that before. That's the key, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another amazing episode of the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, lifelong passionate learner, and now so grateful to be a published author. Until next time, guard your focus, invest your time wisely, and remember that extraordinary results don't come from doing everything. They come from consistently doing what matters most. Keep learning, keep growing, keep moving forward, and continue building the habits that shape an extraordinary life. Take care, everyone. Be well.